Welcome to dungeon number 2. What do we have here? Very similar, it appears, to the last one. However, we have a new contender over here. There's a little fella over here. See, most of them have got symbols over the top of them, yeah? But this one he's got a little arrow, and it means his next action, he's coming for us. This is a roaming fire bead. One problem I'd say with the game, which is a little annoying, which is I can't actually examine this one here, because I can't click on the little examine thing there. But it's, yeah, so we can't necessarily see all the details we need to see. I guess we can. Yeah, I guess we can. It's a bit trickier to see, though. You don't get as much detail around, attacks and things like that, I guess. These little guys blow up. What they do is they get in front of you. They after they've been in front of you for a turn, they power up and then they explode. So, but they're actually quite useful, because a lot of the time we can actually use them to blow up other creatures, which is probably what we'll be doing. So, I think we're going to start off by attacking. We've probably got some more creatures over here. I could head towards him. I don't think it'll work, actually. I'm just trying to think about the timing. This is where my brain struggles a bit more. I can't necessarily plan out as far ahead as I should do. I think I'm going to go. I'd rather go towards the upgrades and the treasure, but I think I'm going to go this way. So if we kill this guy, we can see now we've got the poison effect in there as well. Hits us once, and now I could, if I sneaked away, he's going to take 1 poison damage and die, but he's got a chance to hit me. From his attack is no longer strong enough to get through what it does. It evens out on our defence, but we still get a base chance to parry by his piercing damage. But what we can do, of course, we are faster. We can just slap it like that. See, someone's arrived, and we've now revealed who this is here. So if I hit this guy, he's going to prime. Then I need to leave. But what I'm going to be careful about here is the order of events. If I hit this guy, this primes. If I then leave, he will die, and then this guy will move and explode. I'm presuming. Move and predator self-destruct. So this will hit me. So I think I'd rather... I got spotted. I got a hit. I've probably done this wrong, but there we go. I can't go back this way because he'll still be in front of me, so I'm going to sneak over here. Never mind. We did it. Oh, we've got a new item. The rock. Kind of useful. It doesn't do very much, but what you can do... Hello, fella. What you can do, if I clunk this guy and actually kill him, I get my rock back. And of course, because I'm attacking like this, I'm just lobbing a rock at him. He can't attack back. Yeah, but if I threw the rock now, then he would hurt me. But, it's alright. I'm taking some damage, a little bit of damage here and there, but I don't mind because I've got a potion over this way that I'm probably going to glug and then be fine. This is where things get a bit trickier. See, potentially, I can hit this guy, and I won't take any damage because of my heat shield, which nullifies explosions. I could be like, oh, I could save that for a future thing. I probably don't need to think about that. What I'm expecting to gain is 5 souls. But we'll probably decide on that later, shall we? Let's not do any of these things yet. Let's have a little look over here. Okay. So, we've seen some of the exits are just exit doors. This one's a bit different. It's got a picture of... The first time you meet a door like this, it'll have a question mark over it. You don't know what it means. And once you've gone through it once... you'll then know what that is every single time. This is called Reprieve, so I know what this does. Other ones are often traps, and the trap rooms tend to have a particular aspect about them. Creatures that approach on you very fast, or damage that happens to every creature, everything on a regular basis. Little features like that, little features just of that dungeon. And as long as you know them, your setup might mean you'll be able to deal with those or not. The reward is potentially higher for some of these trap rooms, but you've got to understand them first. Mostly I avoid them. This one we might take, but mostly I avoid them. Got a treasure chest. What's in you, buddy? This hateful glass shield. I can't see anything particularly good about this. You're going to tank your health and everything else, and your defence for a slight increase in your dodge chance. There are possibly cases where this is useful, but I haven't found it yet. Certainly negative values like negative defense, negative health can actually be very useful depending on the synergies you get with other items. But I've not found that yet. This is far more useful. Crystalline Shard's not bad. +1 splash damage. So every time we hit something, we'll do damage out to either side. Yeah, so the creature's next to us. Which can be useful, can be dangerous depending on what you're facing. You don't want to splash damage one of these if it's going to blow up in your face. You can be careful about it and just think it through carefully. Ooh, a couple of nice ones. This one's poison becomes more and more of an issue later. So we lose a little bit of health, but we get 1 poison resistance, which is better than nothing. Often they do more than 1 poison damage, but it's a bit of a reduction in what it could be. And we're not currently wearing any chest pieces. Is that called a chest piece? It's just called body. Okay. And we've got ferocity, which is also very nice. And a good increase in crit and then more damage. I like to keep things balanced again, but I think I'm going to go with more damage. Yeah, I think we'll go with ferocity. There's a normal exit. We have this blobby boy here. I think I'm going to hit him. Boom! Nothing for you. And then we decide what to do with this. What do we want more of? I think we probably want... This one's quite nice. I think we're just going to get more defense. Keep digging up a bit higher. I tend to like tweak some of these this later if I'm going to. We'll have a drink. And then do we want reprieve? So reprieve is the owl again. But the owl is a card. And it also tends to offer you some... So, okay. If we went in here, we'd meet the owl as a card. The owl can be potentially fought early in the game. However, it's extremely strong and will kill most things in one hit. So I would go in here if I wanted the potions that were in there, but I don't see the value because I can't fight the owl. So I think we're going to go through a regular exit through here. We've got more fire beads coming this way. We'll be careful about them because obviously they're going to come towards here and potentially blow this up in our face. By the way, notice, if I attack this and kill it, our splash damage from our little crystal is going to kill this thing back there, see? Actually, hold on a second. Or is it? -6, -1. Yeah, so, okay. So the reason that would kill this is partly because the explosion of this would explode to the side. And there's also an additional -1 damage from our splash. Okay. So we are going to... not do that. We're going to take this pile of treasure. Okay, this one I've not taken. It's a nice, interesting gamble, isn't it? Gives you 5 extra crit. Chance of crit, rather. But on equip, you get a +5 and a -5 to 2 random stats. That could be terrible, couldn't it? Not taking the risk on this one yet. We've got this one here. It looks a bit like a skirt. It's actually a headpiece. This is what I said about negative, which is interesting. +5 crit and dodge for each negative point of defense. Now, we haven't gone to negative defense yet, despite the fact this reduces our defense. So, I'm not very keen on these. We're going to do a re-roll. We have the crossed heart. I think we saw this before, didn't we? +2 health from potions, which is nice. And then there's several sets. So this is part of one of the sets. This is bindings. I've seen 2 other items like this that have a petrify attack. What petrify does is it reduces the maximum health. Essentially, if I hit someone with this, I would do my damage plus 3 more damage of petrify, which reduces the maximum health. Mostly, I've just seen this to be its extra damage, is basically what it is. But you can get synergies with petrify as an action. That's a possibility. So, but I kind of like this one, really. And all the petrify ones tend to slow down your speed, and I don't want to be slow. I need speed. So we're going to take this one. How are you doing, little buddy? I think... okay, he's not going to be... he's going to explode on the next one. So let's keep moving. That's a trap room. I was referring to a careful manoeuvre. I can't remember what that one does. Just stay with me. Right, this guy here. We've not seen this one before. He is a restless... did you say something? Have another wheeze. Come on. A restless triad. This one is the same speed as us, so we'd be checking for initiative to fight this. We would kill it fairly handily because it would die from the poison, but we might take some damage. He doesn't do much damage, so we're chancing on parrying. However, we could possibly solve this another way. If we go over here... Oh, you little git. Okay, fine. He's going to prime. If I move that way, he's going to potentially blow up in my face. So we're going to risk damage by sneaking past. We parried it! So it's fine. He took a lot of damage. We'll come back for you, I think. If I don't take no damage at all, I think I'd like to. Another one. Okay, fine. Let's just kill this guy. I was going to potentially go and pick up a speed boost over here. We'll just kill this guy. He's got a chance of hitting us. It's fine. There's a potion over there. We killed him. I think we did a crit there. This guy, is it worth killing you for 5 souls? You know what? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I should probably have used that to blow up the other things, the other beads, but never mind. What do we want to increase? I think I want to make sure I get that first hit. So, did it have that blackened mark on it before? I'm not sure. I like defense, but I think we're going to have a little bit more speed. What's this one? Ambush. Sounds bad. We've got a scroll, but it will replace our... I forgot about my rock. I did have to take some damage though. I've gotten I took a pause between dungeons, so I forgot about my rock. Okay, this is the okay. So I've gotten to the end of the game 3 times. One time I beat it. There's 2 different endings. The other time I've not beaten the endings. The one time I beat it, part of the reason I beat it was partly because of some lucky rolls and some RNG, which is always applicable in these games, but also because I had number 1 son with me, and he's very good at these games. And he means that I can't miss things like that. Stupid decisions. I'm hoping to have a play with him at some point where he guides me through some of these levels. Right, on to the shop. These 2 creepy little gits here. 1 for you and 2 for me. I for value, keen I see. So, finally going to spend some souls. What have we got? Oh, so good. Right, we've got this one, which I'm almost certainly going to pick. This is a jar. Goes in here. Doubles gain from stat boost. So those cards that give us boosts, it will increase the chance. And some of them can be much higher than the ones we've seen so far. 1 increase. So we're going to probably take this is the answer. This is an interesting one, but risky. It's a shield again. Add death effect. Explode for 4 to target after attack. So you can see situations where... You can see it with the poison. Maybe that I had this on my... Equipped. Could you 2 be quiet, please? This was equipped. I stabbed something that's then going to die... Not this time, but next turn from poison. So I stab it, it gets the explode on death. I move away, then it blows up. And maybe damages something else. Now that sounds wonderful, but how often you actually have that situation is a tricky one. So I think, in fact, I know this is a good pick. So we can take this. By the way, if you didn't have anything you could buy here, you always get a free potion in these shops. Right. Dungeon 4. Oh, I've not seen this one before. I've not seen you before. +1 max health whenever you equip an item. Oh, that's a nice early find, isn't it? We might take that. Another interesting action here. Moves towards exit. Escaping with loot. Your speed is higher. So this guy actually has loot on him. His damage is low, so we've got a 25% chance of parrying his damage. And he's going to constantly move away from us towards the exit. So he's got... Oh, we've got 2 fire beads coming in as well. I think we might get hit by a fire bead. But we'll see. First of all, we're going to slap this guy. And I think we parried it. Then we're going to move with a small chance of taking a ping. But this is just should kill him. Because we're going to move this way. This is going to blow up. That's going to blow up that one. It's going to kill him. Okay, and he blew up into items. Stat ups and a potion, which is what normally happens. This is when we start to get nasty with some of the creatures. And Banefang, much faster than us. Not very powerful, but it does poison. So we would take... We've got a 100% chance of parrying because he's got no piercing. But we would take poison over several turns. And we haven't got the anti-poison stuff. So... I think we're just going to... It would be nice to have exploded it, but I think we're going to take this, because take it early is better. And then we're going to... What's over here? A basic rot hound, but we're not worried about you. We can increase... So, let's have a look at these first. What increases do we want to have? We would like to have... So we get a double increase for this, so in fact anything we choose here will go up twice. So in fact, probably what I'd like to do is increase 2 points to attack. So in fact now we can kill this in one hit. We're going to deal with the poison. That's not terrible. We can probably heal it up with this. You are fodder, sir. We want to equip something and we get maximum hit points. It's quite nice. Freeze! Freeze if you get hit. Freeze is a nice mechanic, but not necessarily in this format. Freeze means that a creature cannot attack or do anything else, but if you hit it, it will unfreeze again. It's a nice pause what it is. Also, if you, for example, kill a creature that explodes, or some other effect on death, it won't do it if it's frozen. Nice. But I think we're probably going to take this. The boots themselves don't do very much. Well, that's not as good, actually. That's interesting. I've seen this from before, but it... Yeah, see, it says here, actually. Freeze stops creature actions and death effects. 6 turns. Interesting. I've seen one before that was every 5 turns it would do a freeze. It's 2 defense anyway. That's nice. You... Let's just try it again. We're higher. Kill, kill, kill. We've got a scroll, but that would replace our rock. What I was hoping for, there are more powerful skill ups than this. So that one's speed. We're going to get a small bonus. It's fine. We're nice and balanced here, but what are we sort of heading towards? More defense, maybe. More defense and more speed, I think, is what we're going to do. And now our jar is going to be empty. Just checking the scroll. So as you can get scrolls that refill your jar. Good. We're making good progress. The rock is still more useful at the moment for finishing things off, and the fact that we can attack without return on the last blow. These are guaranteed stealth, piercing for a certain number of attacks, and then guaranteed crits, I think. We're going to take our poison damage like a man. And then we're going to drink our potion. There we go. We're not going to take the scroll. Oh, I forgot about you. It wasn't worth killing you, I don't think, anyway, so that's fine. Jar's empty. Off we go.